Hello everybody, this is Greg29407 with our first edition of Shroud of the Avatar. Now this game is an MMO, it's in early access right now, so it hasn't come out yet, but they've been in early access for about 2 or 3 years now. I've been playing it off and on for quite a while, pretty heavily since last summer when it went into persistence. Really enjoyed it, and I wanted to kind of give a little run through of part of the game. I've just created a brand new character. His name is Killdozer, as we can see up here in the top corner. I made him kind of a large dude, long blonde hair with a beard, and we have just finished the tutorial. I didn't show that because the tutorial, to be honest, needs a lot of work. I'm sure that what we have in it right now is not going to be what we're going to have eventually. So I've just landed in Soltown, S-O-L-T-O-W-N, not soul like S-O-U-L. So it's not. I'm not going to have a bunch of really nice music in here, just the tinkly fantasy music you hear in the background right now. I've just hit the shores here of Soltown, and my first thing I have to do is talk to this dude over here, in the Japanese outfit. His name is Stanley, and as you can see, he's going to talk to us. We are given a lot of different missions early on in this game to do things, and we're going to kind of run through some of this. So Stanley says, "Greetings, Wayfarer. Welcome to Soltown. I am Stanley, the captain of the guard." So he said I came from Solus Bridge, which is where we had the tutorial. He's asking my name. So my name is Killdozer. And now I get some instructions. We're now talking to him. Whenever you talk to an NPC like this, we have this box in the middle. And so we can click on name and that kind of thing. So we know his name is Stanley. And he's the guard, so I can click on these things. He also works with 2 other guys named Harry and Evans. There are people going to say there's undead attacks. I just fought a bunch of walking skeletons and stuff in Solus Bridge as part of our tutorial. So now, when I was into the tutorial, though, I met some guy named Edvard, and Edvard gave me something to give this dude. So I'm going to type in Edvard. And as you can see, it pops a box up here. Stanley is looking for Edvard's notes on Solus Bridge, and that's what Edvard told me to give Stanley these notes. So here it is, right here. I'm going to pull it on over here. Give him items, and I got some stuff. Questing is quite different from the RPGs you may be used to playing. There's no traditional quest givers. That's true. There's nothing that's going to be over Stanley's head that tells us, oh, this is the guy that we need to get a mission from. You have to do a lot of questioning in this game. This game is kind of considered the spiritual successor of Ultima Online. It's by the same people, Richard Garriott and a bunch of other people. And it's actually a pretty good game. But you do have to talk to a lot of people and meet people and question them, a lot of NPCs. Which I enjoy. I like that kind of thing. It's kind of enjoyable. Look at this little kid over here. Let's talk to him. I'm just going to double click him. Child, did you kill any bad people? I'm going to say yes, because I did. I don't want to talk anymore. Oh, well, that wasn't good. Let's check his name. Her name is Kitty. And I'm going to type in the word help, see if I can help her out with anything. I'm just a kid. And now I'm just going to click on goodbye. So now notice I now have her name Kitty above her name, above her head, because I've just asked her name. And we have the same thing with Stanley over here. So you don't see people's names until you ask them and have a conversation with them, which I kind of enjoy. There's a lot of stuff to get into the game. I don't want to go over the entire game and that kind of thing. Here's another kid. Let's click on him. You from the sky. Sure, yeah. You look funny. Little punk. Okay, let's ask what his name is. I'm Robert. Alright, help. I'm just a kid. Alright. Let's see if we have Robert's name above his head. Yep. There's another little kid over there. Alright, so that's good. Now, there are a lot of skills, or this is really a sandbox game. There's Kitty. This is a sandbox game, so you can do kind of anything you want. If I hit the K button, for instance, there are a lot of skills in here. Adventuring skills versus crafting skills. And you can do combat. We have pole arms, we have swords, bludgeons, and range, which is bows and arrows. I'm set up for that right now, although I don't want to play a bow and arrow on this particular character. One of the shortcomings with the tutorial right now is they kind of force you into this. I actually, on this character, I want to actually do the bludgeon. I want to make this guy into kind of a magic guy. I want him to be like Thor. So I want him to do magic. I want him to have earth powers and air powers, like thunder and lightning and earthquakes and stuff, which I think would be kind of cool. But I'm going to have to work a little bit to get to that point. So now there are a lot of missions in this part of the game, which we'll go into, and a lot of different houses and things. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to kind of walk into town, which is what Stanley had mentioned to me. Notice there's a refugee camp over here. We'll skip that for right now. Let's go into town. Now notice that there are these houses up here. These are actually player-owned houses. So this thing right here, for example, this is a pavilion. This person named Kerr actually built this house. This is their property. This is their property deed. It is a village lot. And they put this property here. They paid for all this information. This is two of their commission-free vendors that they've got. Well, one's a commission-free, one's they're paying for. And they sell property. They sell different things. So this guy sells some kind of, let's see what he sells. He sells us all sorts of information, pieces of items, necklaces, onyx. Some of these things this particular person actually created, all these rings and things they created, and then they're selling them to us for a decent amount of gold. So part of the thing in this game is crafting. So this person has done a lot of crafting with necklaces and different types of thing. And over here is an Outlander outerwear, so I think it's going to be some clothing. Yeah, so they're also doing some tailoring. So, and if we look at our skills again, on the crafting side, we can go out and gather things in the wilderness. We do mining, forestry, fishing, field dressing, and foraging. And then we come back to a location like this, a town, and we can smelt, do butchery, tanning, agriculture, actually in the game yet, textiles, and milling. And then finally we produce blacksmithing, carpentry, tailoring, alchemy, and cooking. So you can do all sorts of different crafts, and you get points for all these things as you go. So let's go ahead and head into town. As you can see, there are different property lots in this particular map. You see different people's houses. There's someone else's house here. There's someone's old spooky looking mansion here. Here's somebody's house, and there's a house with an outhouse attached to it. And here's a lot that these people have put together that has just statuary and things like that. This is a group, this EVL, this is a group that helps new players. So they have a lot of locations in different towns where they can sell you things a little bit cheaper prices to help you out. Now if I want to hit my inventory to see what I've got so far, I'm going to hit the I button. And I've got a decent amount of stuff here. I have 194 in gold. My backpack that I'm carrying, which is invisible here, has all this stuff in it already, even though I just started the game. I have all this grayed out stuff. This is my crafting materials. Carpentry hammers, cleavers, cooking pots, things like that. So that's all my crafting stuff. You start off with that. In the tutorial, I killed some enemies, so I got some of their rusty swords and things like that, so I can sell this to make a little bit of money. Let's see, I got a couple of... the guy also gave me some arrows, because again, right now I'm doing bow and arrow stuff, which I don't want to do. I also have some letters and stuff that'll be available for missions that I need to give. And it gave me some maps. Here's a map of Soltown. Let's take a look at this. Alright, here we're at. So, let's see here. Okay, so here's where we came in. Here's where we met. This is the refugee camp. Here's where we met Stanley. We came down here. We saw that house, and we talked to we looked at the commission-free vendor there. And here we are, and this is the little village we're ready to go into. And all these boxes here, we should quit fading out like that. All these boxes here are different pieces of property that different players can buy. And I think in Soltown, all these properties are taken up by players right now. So they're all owned by other people right now. This is a very popular town. This is a starting town, so that's why it's popular. So let's go into town here. The nose is getting dark. It's a little hard to see, so I'm going to click on the 7 button down here on my thing, which is the light. And it's like a little torch thing. And notice my skill for this thing just went up to level 6. Let's see what my skill is for that. So here's my skill. It's in my magic. It's under sun, and that's where you have your light. So it's a little magical thing of a floating lamp, I guess. So this is nice to have. As you level up, you have up to 7 things over here. So I was working on my ranged combat in the tutorial, and then these 2 things. Actually, let's click on the ranged. These are the 3 things I had leveled up a little bit. Aim shot, shooting bow and arrow, and disabling shot. If I want to turn on those powers, I hit my Z key, and now he's in combat stance. So here are my powers down here that I can use. Right now it's set for these 2 bow and arrow attacks. This is an escape light armor combat glyph. I'm in light armor right now. Here's a dash, increased movement speed. Here's gust, air magic glyph. So I can sit there and if I hit the 5 button, if there's an enemy there, would have blown him down, blown him over. Air's embrace, increases dexterity. So these are different things. Here's my, this is a health bar. It helps boost up my health. Here's my health, and here's my focus up here in the top left-hand corner. And then this is some potions for increasing my focus, which is like endurance in this game. And then this increases my health, which is the red line up here. So that's all kind of self-explanatory, I think. There's another player running through. So I'm going to turn this off. There's another player. So now this guy right here is a town crier. He's spinning around in a circle. And he gave me 100 gold just for talking to him, which is nice. The first time you go into any kind of town, town criers will give you 100 bucks in gold. So right up here he has all the lots that are in Soltown. There are 30 lots. They're all taken up right now. There's 0 available. These are the players that have taken these lots here. And in this case, they're all village lots. So this guy's talking to us. He says that we can deliver mail if we want to make a little bit of money. So I'm going to click on that. Would you like to deliver local mail to a town nearby or a neighboring region? For more reward, I think we'll go with local. So I got a little mail package for Celestis, which is a nearby town. So next time we go into Celestis, then I'll deliver the mail package. I'll get a little bit of money. So I'm going to say goodbye to him. Now also, if I hit the J button, it is the journal. And this keeps track of my ongoing missions that I have. So here I spoke to a mysterious construct which referred to itself as the Oracle. This is when I was in the tutorial. It told me I would start with some knowledge in the way of swords in my journey through the New Britannia. No, it was the way of the bow. So I was asked to enter a lunar rift to travel to the village of Highvale. No, I entered the town of Solace Bridge. So then you still need a lot of work. There is still, again, in early access. I successfully rescued Charlotte Gray from the Battle of Solace Bridge. That is true. Her mother, Abigail, is located in the village of Soltown, and I should talk to her when I'm able. So she's somewhere in this town. There's another player over there. He's wearing some headphones. I was given a packet of mail to deliver to the town crier in a different city in return for a bit of gold. The mail packet should have which city is expecting the delivery printed on the packet, and it was Celestis. So there's another new player. Alright, so this is all the information we have here. Now, I'm going to go off the reservation a little bit. This is my 3rd character, and I've been playing this game for a long time, so I know a little bit what I want to do. Looking at the skills, again, I don't want to do bow, I want to do bludgeon. Right here, that's bludgeon, so I want to do that. But I notice I don't have any bludgeon powers, so that's kind of a shortcoming with the game. I also want to eventually do magic of earth and air. Now I have air already clicked on, but I want to click on this thing too. So I can get these up. But one thing I need to do in order to get bludgeon, again right now I just have the bow and arrow. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is click on here. It shows all my different boxes, and I want to go to my combat deck. And I'm going to modify it. Well, you know, I'm not going to even do that yet. Never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my inventory. I'm going to bring up my character screen. That's with C button over here. So here I am. This is my character. I have 136 health and 132 focus, and my strength is 10, and dexterity is 12, and intelligence is 10. I have 294 gold right now, which is good. I'm kind of overweighted right now in terms of stuff because of the stuff I picked up. I have the bow and arrow equipped right now. I don't want that. So when I was in the tutorial, I picked up this rusty mace because I knew I was going to be doing this. I'm going to equip that instead. So now my bow and arrow, which is called Bridge Defender's Bow, is over in my inventory, and I have this rusty mace attached. So if I go ahead and go into combat stance by hitting the Z button, I'm not going to be able to use these two attacks here. They're going to be grayed out. So that's grayed out, and now that one is too. Because I don't have a bow and arrow, I can't use aim shot. I don't have a bow and arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few things here. First, I'm going to make a little bit of money. I'm going to go into this store and talk to my friend Martin. And I'm going to sell from inventory these rusty swords. I'm going to drag those over here. I'm going to pick up $78. Nice. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to come over to here and talk to our little skills trainer. And I can't do any of these. Here's my bludgeon. I want to be able to use these two powers, but notice that they're circled in red. I can't click on them. And that's because I have to have bludgeon combat of level 20. Right now, bludgeon combat is level 10. So I can't do anything with that. Let's go into Earth. I can click on Earth, this first thing. So I'm going to click on that and spend $100 to learn that skill. And I don't need to click on anything in here right now because I already have... Ooh, I can use this. I'm going to click on this. Learn that skill. Okay. So, what are we going to do? Now, let's go ahead to this Combat Dex and modify. Now, I don't need this. I guess you have to put something clear. Or this. I have Gust, which blows people down. And I just picked up Stone Fist. So I'm going to put this out of here. I want my Stone Fist button. And I also, what was the other thing that I just picked up? Oh yeah, it was Discharge. This thing is kind of a power too. It just boosts my thing. Okay. We're not going to use that for anything right now. Alright, so right now I'm going to have this power. So I click on the Z button. I have nothing in here. But I am going to have my Stone Fist. And I'm going to have this Discharge. And I'm going to have Gust. And I'm going to have this. Now, I want to be able to eventually use my mace for some stuff. I can't do that right now, so I'm going to show you a shortcut for what you can do. I need to fight some local bad guys. Now, there are no real local bad guys in this map, except for in Soltown. Right back here, there's a cemetery. Again, here's some more properties owned by actual players. There's a cemetery back here, and in the cemetery is a hidden catacombs that we're going to go into. And again, this is just kind of like a little trick way of getting around some shortcomings of the early phase of the game. And we'll go in here by double clicking. What I'm interested in doing here is getting my bludgeon power up to level 20, from level 10 to level 20, so that I can actually be allowed to purchase some bludgeon attack powers. Let me hit the 7 button to get my little light in here. I'm going to click Z, so I'm now armed. But again, I am going to... It's nice to use this power to boost up my stone fist. It's only level 1 power. I just bought it. Discharge is level 1. I just bought it. Gust is level 20. They gave that to me. And this thing is level 10. They gave that to me. Now, each one of these attacks is associated with a focus cost. And focus is right up here. So every time I use stone fist, it's going to cost me 7 focus. And discharge is 8 focus. And gust is 6 focus. Now, until about a week ago, these costs didn't really matter very much. But they've now implemented a change where focus, when it goes down, it doesn't come back very quickly. They made it much more difficult. And for low-end characters, even worse. So what I'm going to do is I do want to use these powers, but my main concern here is I want to get my bludgeon power, the skills button again. I got to get this power right here up from level 10 to level 20, because when it's level 20, I'm now eligible to purchase this and that. So notice at the bottom it says bludgeon combat level 20. Well, I can't swing anything here. There's no attack here. So the way around this is if you hit the T button, you can turn on something called auto attack. Auto attack disabled, auto attack enabled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and just find the first enemy I can find, which should be somewhere over here. Let's open this. Heck, I need to find a skeleton. I don't want to find more than one because they're pretty tough, and I'm really weak right now. There we go. Okay, let's come out here. Okay, now I'm not doing anything. I have the auto attack on. Now notice, look at this. My bludgeon is going up really fast. So this skeleton's attacking me, but I'm using auto attack. And look, level 14, level 15. So I'm doing some damage to him. Not a whole lot, but I am doing damage, and my levels are going up really fast, which is great. Now, he's also doing damage to me. Let's hit the 3 button and do the stone fist. Boom. Let's do the 4 button and use discharge. Alright. Let's do the 5 button and hit gust. Blew him away. Alright. In the meantime, the auto attack is working the entire time. I'm now at level 21 for that, so that's really good. So stone fist again. That's number 4 with discharge. That went up. Let's do button 5 with gust. I think we're going to be able to kill this guy. I'm just going to keep hitting 3, 4, and 5. Oops, I'm almost dead. See, notice the red around the edge? That means my health is now half of what it should be, so I'm down to half. Alright, so I killed this skeleton. I'm going to now double click him and loot him. I get some corpse wax, some gold, and a rusty sword, which I can then sell for more gold. Alright, so let's see how we did. Now, these bars are starting to go up a little bit. This is very slow. If I exit out of combat, hit the Z button, these things go up much faster, like 4 times faster. So let's see what we've got. Here's a candle. Bludgeon, we were at 10. We're now at level 25. Stone Fist went from level 1 to 4. Dexterity went to 6. Discharge went from 1 to 3. And health went up to 16. I didn't click on those yet. Let's click on K for skills. Down here we have our health and strength. And here we have dexterity, which is helps us actually more accuracy with damage. And here is focus. We want to boost up focus as much as we can, and intelligence, which helps out with magic. Okay, so Earth is 4. Air, we have the 20. That's a 3 now. Oh, we should use this thing too. I didn't think about it. And bludgeon is now 25. So we can now go out and buy these 2 things. Alright, and we lost our get our little headlights on here. Let's see again. Exit out of the catacombs. I'm going over this stuff really fast. And I hope you're not falling behind and going, oh my gosh, what's this guy talking about? Um, the learning curve on this game is really high, very tough. They throw all this stuff at you right away and expect you just to go, oh, sure, no problem, and then go with it. I don't operate that way. It's much harder for me to do that kind of thing. I don't know. So I'm trying to convey a little bit more information for you so you don't get completely lost in here, because it is a really good game. But I gotta be honest, the first few hours you play, the first few hours I played, it's like, what am I doing here? This is just terrible. But it actually, once you start to understand what you're doing, it gets much, much better. It's much easier. So let me go in here. A lot of players gathered around here. That's good. Let's go back to this skills trainer. And let's click on our bludgeon. Now, notice we can buy these two things. Unfortunately, I only have $100, so I can only buy one of these. So let's click on this. Okay. I need more money. I think we picked that skeleton gave us an old sword. Let's see if I can sell it. Sell inventory. Rusty sword for $15. And you know, this corpse wax is good, but let's sell that too right now just because it gives us $18 more. Alright. So now we have $127 we can buy our other bludgeon attack. Let's buy this. Alright, now we're down to $27, but now we have these. So now what I want to do is, I never remember what buttons these are. Combat Dex Y, and let's modify this combat deck again. Let's take these two new things, Crushing Blow, and put that here. Let's take Break Weapon, we'll put that here. So now, on our attack powers, we're going to have 2 bludgeon attacks. This one costs 12 focus, this costs 8. This one only does 1 to 2 physical damage right now. As we level it up, it'll be worth more. This one does 1 to 2 physical damage as well. Stone Fist does 3 to 11 physical damage. Of course, it's at level 4 now. Discharge does 1 to 6 air damage. It's level 3 now. Gust does... it just blows you down. This doesn't do anything. I'm going to also, in place of this, which is not bad. Well, maybe I'll keep that on there for now. I was going to go ahead and put our little magic light over here. Yeah. And let's go ahead. Let's look at our. Let's click on here. Let's look at our skills again. Now, whenever you see a green arrow up here, that means that as you use powers that involve this gives you more XP in here. So as this green bar goes all the way across, it goes to the next level, next level, next level. So right now I'm training these 3 things. And it comes out of my pooled experience down here. I have 18,000 points. Every time I kill something using one of these 2 powers, I get some, or hit something with using one of these powers, I'm going to get boosted up. Every time I use either bludgeon power, this is going to get boosted up. For Earth, every time I use Stone Fist, this is going to get boosted up. Every time I use any of these powers, my air powers, those will get boosted up. Right now I'm also boosting up health. Anytime I use anything, health is going to go up. And right now I'm boosting up this, which I don't really need anymore. I'm going to turn that off. But I will be boosting dexterity. And I'll also be boosting up focus. Now what happens is, over time, it takes more and more XP to boost any of these things up, and then it starts sucking into your pool experience. Anyway, that's a more detailed stuff than you need to know right now. I'm getting in the weeds a little bit. Sorry. So anyway, so I now have some attack powers I can actually use, and there are quite a few missions in here where they'll send us on haunts to try and do some stuff. Let's go ahead and go into the little bar we've got here. Let's talk to this dude. At least introduce ourselves. Let's ask him his name. That's Richard, the innkeeper. Let's see if I can help him out with anything. You don't have much call for adventurers. They want to go to Soltown. Okay, so let's say bye. But now we have his name, Richard James. And this lady's going to have something for us a little bit later on. Now this is Emma. She's trying to sell us something, but we can also talk to her. Click on hello. We know her name. I'm going to ask name anyway. Fancy drink? No, let's ask if she needs help. Unless you can introduce me to a handsome soldier from Ardoris. Now, let's see what Ardoris is. I know what Ardoris is. Let's see. It's the Isle of the Eternal Dawn. One day she'll meet a strong, handsome soldier from Ardoris, and he'll whisk her away to a happy ending. All right, that's very lovely. Now, this guy over here is the banker. This little robot dude. And right now we don't have anything in the bank. I'm going to hit the I button to get my inventory. I don't have anything in the bank, but I've got an awful lot of stuff over here. Now I can put 30 items in the bank right now before I can have to buy more stuff. I'm going to put these arrows over here. I can't stack them, unfortunately. I don't need this bow right now. I'm not going to be using that. There's a mail package for Celestis. We need to keep that. So I'm trying to lighten my load here. Only 29. I can load up to 85 pounds in my backpack. I have 29.9. Anything else? I can get rid of these torches right now. Lighten it up a little bit more. Alright. There's another player here. She's tall. Wow. She picked the largest height as well. Not bad looking. I like that. Anyway. So this is the basics for the game. Do that guy. So what I can do now is I probably want to get my experience points up a little bit by doing some various missions. So let's right now it's nighttime. Let's go back over here in our journal. Yeah, I successfully rescued Charlotte Gray from the battle for Solus Bridge. Her mother Abigail is located somewhere here. So let's see if we can find Abigail. Abigail, as a spoiler alert, is over here in this refugee camp. And all these refugees we're going to want to introduce ourselves to eventually, and they give us quite a few missions, and the missions are very helpful early on when you're trying to get some points and things like that. One of these ladies is Abigail. Well, I guess I've talked to a bunch of them. You didn't happen to come from Solus Bridge, did you? I certainly did. Her love, Marcus, is one of the courageous souls. Ask her name. Name is Nisa. I know Marcus. I saw that name before. She met Marcus while stationed at Solus Bridge. He sent as part of a very important strategic command. Blah, 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 blah. I think... say goodbye to her right now. Let me see here. Oh, I don't have anything. There is a sword for her elsewhere that I can go get. Let's see if I can help her out. If I can help. This other chick's just kind of listening in on everything we're talking about. Jeez Louise. So the other refugees still have loved ones that are missing. Not to sound selfish, but my only concern is finding out if Marcus is okay. Alright. Refugees. That's what they call people that... Yeah, okay. And, alright, Marcus is going around in there. Alright, let's say goodbye to her. Alright, let's check this nosy chick. Emily. Alright. Her name is Emily. She's staying in Soltown, waiting for caravan for the Graph Mines. Far to the north. Yeah, I don't think I've been there before. Let's ask her if I can help her. I have been to Solus Bridge. There's this tragedy what happened there. Were you not recently at Solus Bridge yourself? I suspect you know more of what happened there than I. She's worried about her love of a guy named Quincy. I do have information for Quincy. Quincy's broken sword. So, what I need to do... I don't have this broken sword. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Broken sword. And she just gave me 1,000 XP and 200 gold. Okay, I also have a letter to her, though. Quincy. I'm trying to get her to... Okay. I'm doing that because I noticed up here I also have a letter from Emily to Quincy. Oh well. So now she's crying. She's upset about that. So that's not good. Let's do it. Let's check out this old lady. Let's see who she is. Name. Jeannie. See if we can help her out. A necklace with a small silver inlaid pendant. Please let me know. And I believe Emily was looking for someone to help her. A necklace. All right. Let's see. Necklace was a family heirloom that I gave to my daughter after her father was taken from us. But then it was snatched from my daughter's grave. It's precious. I am desperate to find it. Will you help me? Yeah. If I return to the graveyard this evening, I may be able to discover who stole the necklace from the grave of Jeannie's daughter. Now, it says that right up here at the top, it says it's dawn. So I need to wait till it says evening before we can do that mission. So, get some time before I can do that. Is that a dude or what? Here's a lady. Let's talk to her. I'm looking for, that's Linda. Would you care to have some bark bread? I'll take some bark bread. So she gave me some bark bread. Great. Solus Bridge. Let's see if we can help her. Some of the neighbors are still missing loved ones. These are her pets. Alright, so she doesn't need anything. Now we have Linda's name over her head. Here we go. What's this lady? Abigail, there we go. Jackpot. Good day to you, traveler. I'm Abigail, mother of the young girl you helped save. My very dear thanks for your efforts on our behalf. It is truly sad that Johann has passed on. That was her husband. I found his dead body in there. Make sure I spoke with Abigail to make sure her daughter was made it okay. She gave me 2,500 experience points, and I learned how to do the backflip. I don't know why she taught me how to do the backflip, but okay, that sounds good. Let's see what that's all about. If I hit the O button, that is the emotes. So let's double click this. Yeah, that's what a new widow would give to a stranger. Sure, no problem. Let's look at the skills bar. I now have 21,000 points in my pooled experience for skills now. That's because I've finished a couple of missions and things like that. Okay, there's a lot more to do here, obviously, but I'm going to call it a day right now. Early on in the game, you're going to talk to all the people you meet, and they're going to give you a lot of different missions. Unfortunately, as you go through the game, there aren't as many of those missions, which is, I kind of like these. I wish there were a lot more missions like the ones we have to do here throughout the game. Maybe they'll add those later on. Alright, so I'm going to call it a day. So until next time, this is Greg29407 along with Killdozer saying arrivederci, and we will see you next time.